If you're looking to sell or buy cheap CSGO skins, check out bitskins.com. Hello, welcome to Hack Games. This is a video that I've not really done before. I've been going over Overpass recently for the purpose of my team. I'm the in-game leader of my team, so I have to come up with all the good stuff, all the strategies, and obviously to do that you've got to watch all of the professional games and see how they do it and try and take away what bits and bobs that you can and apply it to our game. So this is literally just a thought process of me when I'm watching the demos. I'm literally just speaking my mind and looking at things that we can actually do. There's going to be a lot, and I'd rather do it all in one video than in loads of separate little videos. I just think it's better just to do it this way, get it all out there, rather than having to delay loads of content for you guys. Just going to bang it all into one. This was just all from one session actually, like this is one session of just watching demos. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn if you just watch demos properly, and you can take away a lot from it. So there's probably going to be more like this in the future when I just go over other teams that play Overpass. But for now, I hope you enjoy this one. I'm assuming you'd find it useful. I mean, obviously if you're in a team you should be doing this anyway, but I just thought it'd be interesting for me to just share my sort of progress and like how I'm looking at demos and using it to try and benefit our gameplay. So I hope you enjoy. Leave a comment, tell me what you think about this, if you like it, if you don't like it. It's totally fine, just let me know. So on this pistol round, Navi are getting one smoke with Guardian and two flashes. They're going to smoke like the middle of the site to stop people seeing them from upper as they come in, and then Guardian will flash everyone else in. I think Seized has a Molotov and he throws that towards Graffiti, but if you watch Guardian, so he throws that smoke and that'll land in the centre, throws a flash. And as you can see, the smoke lands just here. So as you come up through Monster, you can't be seen from upper, and they can easily get a plant on the site together with the flash that came over the roof. I believe Steve just threw, yeah, he threw it to, did throw his Molotov towards Graffiti. Obviously after they've got the bomb down, it's sort of a case of playing after plants, and you see that they smoked off short and Flamey sort of felt like he had to push his position, and he just got killed for free. I do think he could have won that, and they could have won this round if they just played the after plant a lot better. But G2 actually won that on the retake, so I still think it's a good pistol round if you smoke this segment. I think two of the players came from Connector, but we'll just watch that again. So yeah, so two players are going through towards Connector, Edward and Zeus. They don't go up Connector, literally just coming straight out. And they're going to be like delayed onto short. Zeus is the one like watching behind in Connector for like any fast flank. And they've got the bomb down, so pretty simple stuff. I'm not sure where the last guy went, it must have been like three. So there have been two out Monster and then Guardian out Monster delayed. And you see there he's using his flashbang again with Guardian from this position. So he flashes over and they just hide behind the pillar. Once the flash goes off they're peeking. But obviously like I said it didn't work out. But still pretty good. So on this round at the start, Body's going to be the one that faces Monster. Shox is going to throw a flash like this. And that's going to pop straight behind Body. Body throws a Molotov close and no one can rush, and flash comes here just so it pops and he can peek exactly with it on the right timing. It's just a pretty cool combo that you can stop anyone just rushing Monster. So I talked about the flash that Shox threw earlier, Monster and upper, and you'll see it work out here. He's going to throw it. Body is getting in position and Zeus is in that position where Monster goes like for a fast strategy through Monster. He gets picked off instantly, that's like an easy kill for Body. And then this whole thing was supposed to be something fast from Navi. You can see that here they did a Molotov early to push back anyone from short. So they wanted to do something fast towards the B-bomb side, but they instantly got locked down straight off the back of that flash from upper. And then Shox obviously drops to the site and is watching short. And RPK, I think he was at Graffiti. So really strong hold. And it's another round for G2 just based off of that flash. So in this round, at the start of the round, Body does his normal Molotov towards the Monster, but RPK and Body are going to go aggressive towards the short this time. And you can see if I slow this down, Shocks is getting prepared. Shocks is basically the rotator between both A and B, and sometimes he'll go A, sometimes he'll go B. This round they're going to go aggressive towards Monster, but through short. So like they'll push both Body and RPK, which is here. They'll both be pushing towards the end of Monster. Once Body gets to the end of this, it's going to be flashed through, which is a set flash from Shocks, like so. The flash will go off. It doesn't actually blind anyone. No one's actually here for that flash, but Seized is behind. And based off of this double push, they're actually able to grab the kill. RBK gets the kill on Seized. So that's an early round push that really worked out well. And if there was anyone just like in the usual position, like anyone just lurking here or here, just the standard positions, I'm pretty sure, not sure about this position because of the bridge. But we'll have to test the flash that comes over that's thrown from Shocks so that it can clear it out for these guys that double push. So that's a pretty cool thing we should be doing on CT side as well. Short, two people are going to be pushing up. Shocks is going to throw this flash. And look at Rubine's positioning. So this is perfect, just a good example of what's going to happen. So he gets blind and then he goes down. So that's a good example of the flash that I talked about earlier. And it's pretty good. On this round, this is a force buy from Navi. They buy like Tet 9s, smokes, molotovs, and flashes. They're basically going to do an execute onto the B site, which is like the normal 3 smokes on the site, the molotov and a smoke for upper. But the difference is they're all doing it from outside. All of their smokes are doing out from outside Monster. So Guardian smokes here, Flamey, Siege is doing the normal smoke. It's hard to show you all at once, but they end up losing this round, but the actual idea is pretty good. So it would be like a 3-2 split, if I just slow it down a bit. So 3 coming out Monster, 2 coming out of out short. Smokes are up on the site, smoke for upper, molotov for barrels. The only reason they sort of lost this round because they couldn't trade Body, who pretty much wrecked them. That you got 3 kills from the Monster position, and he should have gone down a lot sooner. So now it's just Zeus left in a 1v2. He actually mixed it in 1v1, but he loses it. But I think this is a really good round, like from their perspective, if you're on a force buy and they're getting all this shit done. So I'm going to show you again. I think, oh okay, they go through connector instead of going through short. So go through connector, I'm going to slow it down. They do a smoke so they can get out. Cease is going to do a flash. That's the same flash that we do. They're going to come out the door. So Edward comes out the door on the back of that flash. And it's pretty fast from this point. He gets his Molotov out for barrels, I think, or is that for ramp? Looks like that's going to be for ramp. Yeah, so that's perfect for RPK's position. Smoke for upper. He's forced out to this position. And the push should be coming in here now, but Body already gets a kill. So I'll pause it. This is what it looks like. I think it's really good because it's such a fast strategy. It's got a big potential to catch a lot of teams off guard. So if you just watch what Body does in this situation, he's already got 1 kill. So he's going to go again. Gets another and another. And he almost gets a 4th kill actually. But if he died in that position, they had like pretty much the entire site. RPK, where did RPK die? I'm not sure who RPK died to, but basically he was in an exposed position as well because he was forced out from that Molotov. So pretty cool. I'm going to look at the smokes now just so we know like how they throw them. I think it's Guardian. He throws this smoke, he comes into the corner here next to the barrel. I'm not sure what he's lining this up with. It looks like it's something to do with the that traffic light near the train. So he throws that, and that'll land on the right hand side. And then we need to look at, I think Flame is the other one in that position. So he's on top of the barrel. And this is a pretty simple one, easy to do. Let's just speed it up. And this one should land, not sure where this lands. Okay, yeah, just in the centre. So just in the centre for that one. The only other smoke is from Seized, and that's just the one we already know that lands on the bridge. There's a Molotov that you can pretty much easy work out. You just bounce it off here, and then the smoke for upper. This smoke for upper is not really necessary, but you could probably just save that smoke for like after plant if you want to get a better position. So at the start of this round, Rubino smokes the entrance of the toilets, and he heads towards B. It's pretty cool smoke. That way you can fake the B presence and sort of, well, sorry, fake the A presence and go B. He then does this pretty cool flash that gets Smith's blind. You see he lines it up here, just simply throws it in the sky like so. Just watch this. Smith's is blind off the back of that. Oh, a Scream, sorry. Scream was blind off the back of that, but it also blinded Rubino. Scream's flash blinded Rubino. He didn't get blinded by his own flash, but I'll show you the other perspective of Scream. So Scream plays monster, throws a grenade, it's a molly, and then I think he smokes it. I'm pretty sure he smokes it. Wouldn't make sense if they did. And he smokes it. He smokes this pretty early as well. But he just plays on the edge of that smoke. He's expecting like them to try and flash through, but he didn't expect the high flash like that. He sort of looked at it actually. He sort of looked up to throw his flash and try to slow it down. So he went here, threw his flash pop like that, and he looked directly up into the flash, so it worked a lot better. I'm curious to see how effective it would be if he was just still like looking at this angle trying to play anti-flash, if that flash up there would still blind him. It probably should do, it's a set flash, but something to think about. Okay, so for this round, Nip just lost the pistol, they're doing a 4-spy, they're buying up Tech 9's armour, they've got 2 smokes, 3 flashes, 1 Molotov, Forrest has a flash as well. So what they want to do on this, I'll just slow it down for you, they're going to put 3 through middle, through the playground, so it's safe for them to actually enter towards long. They're going to flash themselves out long in a second, whilst you have both Get Right and Freiburg working pretty fast actually up connector, so they went that really quick. They're just doubling up connector, these two, Get Right, Freiburg. Important that Freiburg doesn't die because he's got a good nade set that he has to use. So the push comes in at long. Now on this round, Virtus Pro don't actually have anyone like playing aggressively long, which is weird because it's anti-eco, they could probably play the long range aim duels, who's only got Tech 9s, but as you can see, I think Freiburg's already got into his position at toilet, so he's sat in that position, doesn't commit any further. Whilst they're doing this, oh, Disco Doppelin as well, he goes towards them with toilets and he just clears like behind. And then you'll see Exist will set up for the smoke and the nade set. So Exist has the bomb. If I find him, there he is. Speed this up a bit. So here's his nade. Lights it up on the corner, throws it over there, and that'll land just in front of the site. There was also a flash that went over here as well, just to ensure that they can get out safely. So basically, with that flash and smoke, let's just pause it. With that flash and smoke, they can clear close. You see Get Right and Disco Doppelin actually checked this corner. I'm not sure if anyone checked inside the toilet. Maybe Disco Doppelin checked it earlier, because it's obviously safe, you don't have to worry. But this one requires a smoke, otherwise you're going to get seen from sight. So that smoke comes down, enables them to set up like this. We'll look at Freiburg now, who has the next nade set, and he does a smoke and a molly. I'll just show you where these go. So if I just pause it now, so the smoke, you can see it's about to land or pop at CT. It does look like they actually went a bit too early on this because the smoke hasn't actually bloomed. So yeah, there's a smoke CT and the Molotov for truck, and then obviously everyone just floods in as fast as they can. I'll just play it out and you can see what happens, but it doesn't go too well, but like it's a really good something you can do on the 4-spy. So I'll just switch to someone who doesn't die instantly. I think Forrest will die straight away actually. Okay. And you see there, because of the range of the Tech 9, it's not great at that range if there's someone actually truck, but you should have the people who are pushing on through the smoke kill that guy, but they didn't, which was unlucky. So already it's a 3v3. Taz pushes straight through the smoke there, gets away with that. And now it's all down to exist in a 1v3, and he ends up losing it. But what I think is a cool thing to do, like if they've already done this is just, I love this smoke that they do in front of their site to enable them to actually get up aggressively without them having any vision, and it enables you to clear out the toilets. So if you're not maybe a better buy, you could have the second guy who was with this player at long. He could smoke the bank from like back there, or you could do it from toilet, doesn't really matter. But I would just smoke for bank that lands in between the dumpster and the truck, and one for CT stairs, and then obviously you've got a molly. I think that would be a lot better, and then they can flood in from that. Because at the moment, you can see why the bank smoke's probably crucial, because there's so many people from bank like trying to retake. Taz actually jumped through that CT smoke and he didn't get punished. But yeah. Just a really cool force buy that they can do and potentially win the round. So this is Nip's first buy round. They get just fully AKs, smokes and flashes. You'll see what they're going to do. They're going to go fast towards B. Literally straight B rush. They throw all the smokes on the way towards B and a Molotov that lands close short. So you see Exist will do one now. Let me just slow this down to his forest and Exist. So that's two smokes going out already, both jump throws. If I can, I'll show you the Molotov later, but basically they're going straight in. Get right throws and flash. Now they get mollied here. If you watch whose perspective can see it, you can probably see it from this perspective. So the Molotov goes down from Bialy, and obviously they have 2B at the start. They're playing 2B. Most teams normally put like 1B, 3B, one from upper just flashing into monster, but they've opted to go 3 towards A early, and you see the presence that VP have got in connector, so that's what they've gone for this round. But Bialy throws some Molotov early. Everyone is blind. Obviously they flash it as well, Molotov flash. Everyone is blind. Now, at this point in any shit team, like people just be like, oh shit, it's Molotov, we're blind, don't go through it. But both Get Right and I think it was Freiberg go straight through their Molotov, so they don't lose the timing that they have. So Get Right straight through the Molotov and he's onto the site. There was a third smoke thrown from Disco Doppler that lands in the centre, but you can see it's like the standard. It's the standard 3 smokes that you see from a normal B execute, and there's also the Molotov onto the barrels. I'm not sure who did that Molotov onto the barrels. I'll have to check. But let's just unpause it from Get Right's perspective. He's the first one in onto site. And as you can see, there's a possibility that they could be short because no one's cleared that at all. So he's wary of that. He gets killed from the double peek from connector. So at this point it's just literally after plant, and it's a weird situation because there was fast rotates from the double connector play that Virtus Pro actually did. I don't know if they did the connector play based off the actual fact that smokes were already coming in to be like straight away, and they were like, right, let's just push off from mid and go to connector. That was probably it. I doubt they just went double connector first round, because it'd be pretty weird. Anyway, this comes down into a 1v1. Disco Doppler came up big on the site, getting 2 big kills onto short. And Exist tries to play the bomb here. As you can see, Neo doesn't really know exactly where he is. He's 21 HP, and he actually gets the defuse here, which is a little bit depressing for Nip. So they do all that work, and they lose out by like a split second on the defuse. all came down to a clutch there. But I think that was a really interesting strategy that they did. I think if a team doesn't throw a Molotov onto Monster, this definitely can work out a lot better because they took so much damage coming in, but they had to sort of take that timing. They couldn't lose the smokes and the rotation time to get the bomb down. They had to just go. But if they don't do a Molotov onto Monster like normal, if you're against a team that doesn't do that, or if they just smoke it, if they smoke it, it's better because you can just run through it. But a Molotov does damage, so if they don't do the molly, it's a lot better. So bear that in mind. Really cool strategy from Nip. Hopefully we'll see it work out later in the game. So I'm going to come actually back around to the same round and actually look at the grenades properly so I can actually learn them exist. This one is in the back towards that dumpster. Jump through. That lands towards bridge. I think he tries to throw a flash. He throws a flash towards short just to make sure like there's some presence there and they think that they're coming short. And then he actually just stops. I think he just holds the lurk behind Monster so no one can flank. A smoke flash, and he goes into the corner just in front of the bin, aims at the top of the pole, jump throw, and that lands in the corner of the site. Forrest is actually the one throwing the flashes over the top, which I was surprised about. I guess it might just be based off spawn. Actually, it wouldn't be based off spawn because he's doing the nade set. So yeah, Forrest is throwing the flashes in, which is cool to see. Simple flashes, literally just over the wall. And then what does he do? He runs in with them. So there you go. Next player we're going to be watching with the nade set is Disco Doppler. He's got smoke flash. His smoke lands in the centre. Jumps on the barrel, standard smoke. That will land in the centre of the site. Flashes over to the right side of Monster, which is a really cool flash actually. So that landed about here. I like that one. Then he just simply runs out. He's got one more flash as well. I'm not sure if he uses that in a particular way. Doesn't look like he does. He just goes big, getting those 2 kills, and then he goes down. Okay, we're going to look at Freiburg now, and Freiburg has the Molotov and a flash. His Molotov actually lands at the barrels, so he does it whilst they're running up, and he walks, and that goes straight onto the barrels like so. So he waits for Get Right to go in front of him. Molotov, I'm slowing it down, and he just does a standard flash over onto the site. That actually blinds both of them. Taz and Bialy are blinded from that fully, so that's a really crucial flash that he threw there. The one that is high in the sky. So really cool to see. And he gets an entry as well, and he was really low HP, which is amazing to see. He got so much damage from the Molotov and he still gets an entry. Does half HP to Taz, almost gets him through the smoke. So Freiburg does such a good effort into that. Get Right has a Molotov, 2 flashes. He does a running Molotov, but unfortunately this actually fails. Doesn't land. I think that's supposed to land close short. And he's thrown both of his flashes already, so I'm just going to reset it to see where he throws his flashes, because it's important that the first person who's going in, which is Get Right, has some good flash placements. So he throws the molly, flash. Okay, it's just a normal flash over the wall. I want to see how effective that was. So it's a flash over the wall, and a just standard flash through Monster, and he turns from it, everyone turns from it. So let's just look at how good that flash was. I'm pretty sure I saw that Bialy was partially blind. So Bialy is number 1. Blinded. It's okay. I'm not sure how blind Taz was, but I'm not sure what Taz positions actually was on that. So let's check Taz. So Taz is going out from lower, and the flash, so that's a fully white flash for Taz, and he's blinded so much actually. He has no clue what's going on. That's really cool to see. And then he dies. So really cool flashes actually from everyone. The flash placements are really good. Here we have another example of the fast B execute from Nip, you're going to see that they're going to do the 2 smokes straight here at spawn. Let's just slow it down. So existing forest will do 2 smokes here at spawn. Like so, they're going to jump through those. There's a flashbang from Get Right over the top. Doppelin throws his smoke, and that's going to land at the middle. Freiburg throws a Molotov for barrels. Flashes go onto site, and also to the right hand side of Monster. As you can see, Neo's blinded from that. Taz is also blind. I think that was the last flash that went off as well. And Freiburg. Oh, this is what I like actually. Despite the fact that this didn't work, I mean, it could have worked, but it didn't. But he did a flash on his own, Freiburg, through the smoke. Taz must have been turned. Well, he must have seen it, or he must have heard the bounce. So he must have turned from that flash. So Freiburg jumped through the smoke to try and get a flank on Neo, which is pretty cool. If it would have worked out, he'd probably got both of them, because Taz would have been blind. Neo doesn't know he's behind him. As you can see, there's both Molotovs coming out into the water and a smoke. Neo actually tries to go for a knife. He's assuming the bomb's going to be planted in that smoke. There's just a bit further to the left of him there. So you can see how these smokes work. It's a quick execute out. This time, when we compare it to the last time what happened, there was no Molotov on the position at Monster. So you can see the HP of the Nip players are by far better off than last time. So that's the difference between like a smoke that they do and just a Molotov. So pretty good. I think Nip do actually lose this, unfortunately, with the afterplan. I think Pasha gets a flank on Doppelin. Forest kills Pasha though with a trade, and then it's all down to Get Right, who is actually smoked off. Now what's really cool about this is that the bomb is actually planted in such a way that Get Right has a predetermined spam. Like he's got a spam through the smoke that he's actually set up himself. So he gets that kill and then dies to by Ali. But I really like that little touch there. The bomb's planted here. He's actually set up a spam that he can remember. He goes into the corner and just aims. I'm not sure how he lines up. Probably just by his eye. But yeah, pretty good. Nip are buying up again, despite losing 5 rounds in a row. They've got the money loss bonus. I just want to show you 2 smokes that they use for gaining control of toilets. So it's going to be Get Right. Let's see. Get Right and Freiburg. You'll see the smokes come over, thrown from the stairs at spawn. Now BP are going aggressive, they do get a pick, but just watch these smokes that come in. So there's 1 and 2. So one's for the toilet, one's for like the door side of toilet, near banana. And the sad thing about this is that if they were just playing passive, if VP wasn't going for that aggressive pick with Snacks going close, they would have like totally negated the AWP, and then AWP would have had to drop back. But I really like these smokes. You can throw them straight from the beginning. 2 players at the back. You can still have the 3 other players, or however you want to do it, 2 players getting control of a straight party, and then just being aware of connector. It's a pretty cool method of getting quick control of toilets. I'll show you what happened here at middle. Both of these VP members do get blinded, but obviously Pasha's is hiding in the smoke, and he'll get the trade, and then he goes down. So it's a 3v3 straight off the back of that. They caught 2 players out who were playing aggressive. The smokes here negates anyone from sort of helping them. But the main focus is what I want to show you is these 2 smokes, because super useful. You can base off a lot of strats solely off of that. I know people usually do this smoke from the playground, and then they Molotov this area. But smoking both, I mean, it can use 2 smokes, and you want to keep the other players alive because you need 3 smokes to do like an execute on A, and maybe just 2 smokes for bank and CT. But a really cool way to push people back if they're going aggressive and gain control of toilets like later in the round, or like just at least this area. So Friber comes to the pole, looks at that little mark on the wall, and he's a jump throw. So, and that lands here perfectly. Just see if there's any gaps in it or anything. Looks totally fine. Like maybe if they boosted over here, they could still see. I'm not sure, but that's his smoke. I'll show Get Right smoke in a sec. Get Right does the other smoke, and it's on that dot, and it looks like it's just under that mark on the wall, and that lands perfectly into the toilet. So there you go, those two smokes, very useful and definitely should be used to gain control of the toilet early. So here again we can see another example of where these two smokes for toilets will work out. It's literally another Tech 9 armor buy and 1 AK. You'll see the smokes will come out like so. And this is literally just pure aggression. So this time Pasha's holding it from back at this angle. Nade comes in. Doesn't do too much damage. Pasha drops back. They've got one at long. That's snacks. And they literally just flashed through their own smoke, pushing through the toilets with Tech 9s. So there's a 4-1 split. I think it's Exist that gets the fucking opening pick onto Pasha, who actually had a nade out and was exposed. He tried to smoke the toilet off, and he pays for it. Oh, Disco Doppler got that kill, not Exist. But this literally is just pure aggression. They're waiting for the picks. As you can see, Snacks is sort of stuck in this position. He's being spammed from Forest with Tech 9. And at this point it literally is just aim duels. You can see Get Right here getting a nice pick onto Snacks. And this was an interesting one actually, because Nia's aware of the player at long. He gets one kill, and he's literally, if we pause it, he's in a little triangle, and he's on his own. He does actually take one down, and then he gets traded. And this actually comes down to a 1v1 as well. I just speed it up here. You'll see Get Right. Get Right loses the duel here. He doesn't expect to be close. And then Exist does clutch it though. So, good example of those two smokes working. Literally just aggression, 4 people through the tunnel, through the toilets, flash into the toilets, run through it, and take over banana, control this way and this way. And there's lots of ways you can use those smokes, but this one was literally just YOLO push it and play for picks with one at long, trying to get the attention. I've got another example of the 2 smoke setup. Well, it's not actually the 2 smoke setup, it's what I mentioned before actually. It's just a smoke for toilets and a Molotov on the side of the toilet door, the entrance. I'll show you the smoke comes in. Let me just slow this down. Smoke comes in here, and then they I think they have 3 coming up here. It's Nia that sets up his Molotov that lands perfectly for the door entrance. And this sort of forces Doppler, like usually he would go back in that scenario, but he's gone forward. So he's sort of isolated on his own, trying to make a play. As that smoke fades though, he feels like, well, as the Molotov fades rather, he just goes back to his previous position. Let me just pause it. What this does, if they had a player in connector, which they did, they had Forrest was in connector on his own, and they had Doppler, Disco Doppler playing toilets. With the smoke and the Molotov, Doppler can't get any information about VP if they're going down connector. So basically it just means that Forrest had to worry about this angle and he also had to worry about this angle. So he was going to get pinched in connector, and Doppler couldn't really help him, give him any info at all. And that meant that obviously his aim wasn't fully concentrated on connector, and they had a two-man setup ready to get a trade, but Taz got the entry anyway. Doppler is falling back. I'll show you. He throws a smoke, and once he throws that smoke, it looks like VP's decided to just speed up on it. Really cool flash from Neo. That's like a pop flash, because they can't really, well, they can hear it, but you can't really see much of it, and they simply get the trade. Doppler misses an easy kill there. But that flash is literally just bouncing off that wall into the corner, and that blinded whoever it was here on site, and that meant another easy kill. Another thing to add, that there was two coming through toilets, and there was Barley was holding the smoke, so had he pushed through here, Barley would have been there. He didn't really have anywhere to go. He had to just hope someone pushed through the smoke for an easy kill, or go big and get 2 kills here. He didn't do either of that and just died. But the main focus is the smoke and the Molotov here, and the fact that it pressures the connector player with information of people coming through here. So I'll just quickly show you the smokes again. No, it's Barley. Okay, let's see what he does. So he jumps onto that ledge, and it's another jump throw. He actually throws a Molotov over towards B. Maybe just to keep attention there. But that lands like so anyway for the smoke. So Nip actually smoke aggressive middle here, so it's, be careful of a one-way. But he gets into this corner and he throws the Molotov like so. So pretty simple stuff. Easy way. I'll show you Forrest quickly. See how Forrest is looking up here? Forrest doesn't know which angle to look at. He's worried about people coming from mid, and he gets traded. So yeah. What I want to quickly talk about is the flash that gets get right into the short water. It's thrown from Disco Doppler, so it goes to his perspective. I'll slow it down a bit. So he basically comes up to this pillar onto the right, and then just aims at the top left between those two things. I think they're the traffic lights on the train station. That flash lands up here, then you'll see he throws another one up high. That enables Get Right to go straight into his position, and he's just literally just going to lurk from this angle. And the thing that I like about it is like he throws a second flash, even though like this area is clear, just in case they like face him. The flash is behind him, so he's at this position. The flash is up here. It's not going to get blinded. The other person is. It's really cool. So we look at Get Right. He literally just holds this for most of the round, waiting for someone to get aggressive on B for some information. And he can also listen out for the rotates. He can listen if people are rotating off. Obviously, you can't hear Neo rotate off because he's in heaven, but you can listen to what's going on at B and also sort of control it. So I thought that was really cool. Really early in the round as well. So that's what I like about it. I just want to show a cool boost by the toilets that Nip are doing. Forrest and Seal, Disco Doppler's going to be boosting them up. They break the window. Now normally you can just do a standard boost that goes looking into the toilet, but this one actually looks all the way straight through Party. See, Forrest goes through a quick peek there, flash goes out from Disco. They break the window, and then they're going to do this boost. If he turns around. See, normally you can see they're trying to see just the edge of Party, and they actually get a hit onto Pasha. See, Pasha's down to 38 HP from that. I'm pretty sure there's a way to get that so you can get a full kill on the T side, but it doesn't look like they were set up correctly for it. So I think it was just at the front of the bench. I'm going to see where Disco Doppler was set up. Like I say, it's normally just a boost to look towards toilets. I've never seen one done so that they can see towards Party and actually get the opening pick. Because no one's going to be looking up there if they're from Party. Let's see where he stands. So it's like a set spot that he does, or is it just like the edge of the bench? Looks like it's just the edge of the bench, maybe has to be a further bit. So it looks like it's the centre of the bench so that Forrest can come back and get a better angle, because this thing's in the way. So he has to go further a bit back. I think if they go a little further back, even more, if Disco was positioned maybe here, they would have been able to get an actual kill. This is CT side now, so ninjas in pyjamas are setting up for the round. Get Right does this really cool smoke, and he lines up with that, and he just walks until it hits the bottom of that pole, and as you can see, it just bounces off the train track, and it lands at Monster. If you go and take a look at it, so it lands like so. So really cool smoke that can be used very early on in the round and just maybe negate a rush that could happen potentially. So cool smoke, use it.